So hey everybody, welcome to the channel. This week I'm going to do something a little different because here I am down in the Distillery District of Toronto, and it's on the east side of the city, down near the waterfront. And there's a big project going on right now in the Portlands, and they're building a park with a new estuary or mouth of the Don River in the flood protection zone. Some really cool bridges in it. It's called Villiers Island. And then there's an old channel called the Keating Channel that goes along the side as well. So some background for today's video. This is a map of downtown Toronto, and you can see over here we have the CN Tower and the Rogers Centre and Old Toronto. This here is Union Station, and we are going to be looking at an area over here called the Portlands, where they are building a large park and new outlet for the Don Valley River. The Don Valley River comes down here and it's going to come into this area over here, and then they've created this new floodplain and parkland. This area is also going to be development of new condominiums and homes for people. But interestingly enough, there's also going to be an extension of the Cherry Street streetcar, which goes to the Distillery District, which is this area around here. And you can see faintly there's a loop here. And they just recently decided that they were going to extend this streetcar to come down under Cherry Street. And actually it comes across this new bridge here and will come up to Commissioners Road, which is being built along this way here. Get waterfronttoronto.ca and go to the recent news. You can see that they've made a decision on extending the waterfront. And if you scroll down, you can see here that this is the preferred option for Villiers Loop. So the streetcar will come down to Cherry Street, it'll turn the corner onto Commissioner Street, and then it will make a loop around this new development once it's finished. And so the Don River comes in here, and this is the park we'll be looking at, or at least the construction of this park. And we'll have some nice views out of, what do they call that, Polson Slip, and to the harbour, and some nice views of downtown. One of the things that is unfortunate about Toronto, because it's such a growth city, is that pretty much everywhere you go is a building site. So it never really feels finished. It's a bit of a shame. I'll just turn you around here. You can see behind me, there's a whole city block of construction going on behind me. You can see the Toronto bikes. It's called Toronto Bike Share. It used to be called Bixie. I don't know why they changed it from Bixie. I like Bixie bikes. Instead of Toronto Bike Share. Been a bit of snow lately. It's been ploughed up here. See over there? Those two towers on the left. In the distance, that's Sugar Wharf condominiums. They're nearly finished on the outside. So over on that side you can see more construction. That over there is called Corktown Commons, and it's closer to the Don Valley. That's quite of a neat area, so I'll have a look over there briefly. See some of the older warehousing buildings here. Now I don't know a ton about the Distillery District here in Toronto. I guess I can put some information up on the screen. And so they've turned this into a really nice little shopping area for eating. There's an attraction. There's some artwork, arts and crafts and whatnot. It's a very popular destination. A little bit quieter today though. See, welcome to the Distillery District. 1832. So by Toronto standards, that's pretty old, right? So you can see it's all pedestrianised, right? There's no cars allowed in here, so it's really nice. I don't get down this way, so it's the other side of town for me. Hopefully the sun's not too bothersome. So you see a bunch of shops. They have a Christmas market here as well, which is absolutely mobbed when you come down. So it extends down that way. There's Mill Street Brewery down there. It's a local brewer, microbrewer, or not so micro these days. See the old clock. It's a neat little street here. See all the cobbles, eh? Makes me feel like I'm back home. Edinburgh's full of cobbles, cobble streets. So it's not huge, this place, but it's nice, and it's very cool to walk in Toronto without cars around. You see, I don't even have to raise my voice here. Hopefully I've set my audio to a decent level. There's a chocolate maker, industrial design centre. So you can see the GO train, probably the Lake Shore line coming in, and right on time. So here's the streetcar. So that is the King Street streetcar coming down from King Street, just north of here, which goes across then the city. And we got the GO train and the streetcar. But this is a loop here, you see? So the streetcar's just going to loop right around, go back the other way. So you see the track stops here. But if you go down here, you can see those two bridges here, one that goes under the rail, and then one goes under the Gardner Expressway, which shortly after here to the east turns north, goes up and turns into the Don Valley Expressway. So the streetcar would come down here, right? And then go under this bridge somehow. So I'm going to walk under the bridge. So this road is closed, but it is open to pedestrians. See the structure of this bridge. Looks like it's been recently maintained. Nice ironworks. Lots of rivets. See all the rivets on the gussets. But the new park and development is going to be straight over for us here as we come out. You can't see anything right now because there's a big fuel truck under the under the Gardner Expressway here. So all this design is for stormwater management, but it's going to be neat the way they finish it. You see over there the Don Valley going north. This is the Gardner Expressway here above my head. As usual, not in great repair, so we keep wasting millions of dollars repairing that highway. But over there, you can see those two new bridges. And one of those bridges is designed to take an LRT. So I've crossed Lakeshore Boulevard. There you can see the tunnel I came under from the Distillery District. I'll pan around here slowly. There is downtown Toronto. It's quite a ways from here. It's at least a kilometre. You can see all the old banks there. And this park's going to stretch all over this area here. Now what I'm about to cross is Keating Channel. That's an existing waterway that was built for ship deliveries, I guess. So that's what this new bridge is crossing. So it gives access to the park further west. Some artwork. It's like someone planting in the new park. There's some information about some artists that have been working on this project. So this is all new. So you've got a dedicated cycle lane. And a nice, great view of the city from here. Look at that. So the future LRT/streetcar extension, which has been done by the TTC, by the way, not Metrolinx. So the City of Toronto, the Toronto Transit Commission, and Waterfront Toronto. It'll come up here. And I'm guessing that the smaller one on the right is probably the one for the streetcar. Full controlled bike path here, look at that. See that? Bike signals, turn lanes, bi-directional, and then you have your separate walking path, which is really wide. That's amazing. Love that. Well guys, you really don't get the scale of this project until you get down here. I mean, I've been watching it from afar, but it's a huge project. It's a massive amount of land. I'm just coming up on this bridge. The yellow one. Call it the yellow one. That's a pretty cool crane, eh? That's the outlet for the Don River. And so it's going to come into the lake. can see that they've got the banks here prepared. If you look in, this is going to be parkland here all the way to the lake over there. Again, in the distance, that's Centre Island, which is a nice trip out. See the big tanker? Oh, wobbling. Oh. Freaking bridge starts wobbling when the trucks go over it. Now I know they're planting tons of plants here, lots of different species and stuff, but all native and designed to survive and have a good ecology. See, you can walk here, cycle here, and drive over there. So clearly the streetcar's not coming up this way. So it did what I said earlier. Also looks like there's some railings supposed to go up here at some point. Those brackets. So you can see over there, that's the main channel. The Don Valley River is going to come through. It'll come under that bridge over there and around. I hope you enjoyed the video. It's certainly interesting to get down here and see what's happening. I'll show you a bunch of graphics and whatnot in the video as well. Hope you enjoyed those to show what's going to be here. But there seems to be still quite a ways from having any of that. But I think the main gist to take away from this is when you build these projects of this size, you can't lose sight of transportation or transit, and make sure that you build public transit into these projects from the beginning. That to me is a clear goal of any major city in the world today. I'm going to go get some warm coffee, and please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Have a great time. Cheers.